Hey, what's up everybody? It's Brenton Brown from Forza Tuning and Performance. And in today's video, we got a Ferrari F8 Tributo. So 2020, super cool car. So we're gonna just kind of give some impressions on it, take it out, see what it's like. This is the first one that I've driven, so I'm kind of excited about that. We got a new intern here named Nate. They call him Ketchup Packet. So we're gonna take him for a ride. He hasn't really ridden in too many fast cars, so we're gonna kind of see what he thinks. Probably take Braxton for a ride. He hasn't ridden in one either. So we're gonna take Braxton out, see what he thinks about it. So let's go ahead and get out on the back road, see what it does. You ever ridden in a Ferrari before?
Yeah, me and Brody took the 360 Spider to take pictures.
360 Spider, so this is your second Ferrari you've ever ridden in?
Yeah.
Based on?
It's crazy.
This will be a drastically different driving experience than that 360 Spider.
Oh yeah.
So an F8 Tributo, basically this kind of lineup of cars kind of started with a 458 Italia from 2010, and then it evolved into the 488 car, and then they released a 488 Pista, which had the same 3.9 liter V8 twin turbo engine. It does 710 horsepower, around I think 568 foot-pounds of torque. Car's around 3,200 pounds. So this is the new model that's replacing the 488 for 2020. It's the F8 Tributo. So it looks similar. Not exactly, obviously it's much more defined, but you got a lot of same characteristics that come from the 488. Do you remember all the Ferraris you've ridden in?
Yeah, I remember like Tops.
Which ones?
You know, the red one?
They're all red. No, they're not all red.
Red Ferrari.
Which one?
I think I remember the red one from...
The 458?
Yeah, the 458.
Okay.
That
And you remember the blue 488?
Oh yeah, the blue 488.
Okay.
That's in the shop with.
Well, it was in the shop.
Oh yeah, it was in the shop.
And then the older ones, you've ridden in 360s and 430s?
Yeah.
488. All right, so you've got all these crazy steering wheel controls. Do you see all this?
Yeah.
So all the different modes. You can switch this, race, sport, wet. So this changes everything over here. You see on the left display, you can see stuff like, so I've got it on turbo right now. So you can see turbo PSI, turbo response percentage, turbo efficiency ratio. See some cool stuff over here. Settings, VDA. So this is pretty cool. So check this out. You see full vehicle dynamics, F1 track, E differential, ABS. You can see all these different things. You see the whole layout of the car, lap speed, so on and so forth. So for our test drive, we'll just leave it on turbo, and we can see turbo PSI. So you see the main thing that you see on the dash is the tach. So there's not a whole lot speed-wise. Speed is just a small mile per hour. Now I can change the screen to be miles per hour if I want, but we won't do that. So to start the car, key is in it, engine start and stop on the steering wheel, kind of like an F1 car. Push button reverse. So the 360 Spider, did you all get on it at all? Did you?
He did a little bit, but it felt like really rickety, so we did it once and then not again.
Did it feel fast at all to you?
Yeah.
So the 360 Spider, that felt fast?
Yeah, it's faster than my Golf.
This is gonna be just like a little bit faster than 360 Spider.
I feel like you're under-exaggerating.
All right, so this is an F8 Tributo. So,
It says it right there.
yeah, well, there you go. Look how smart you are. So this,
Except the R8
this
is
is,
FR.
yeah, this is the brand new car. So now they don't have, this car replaced the 488. So it was the 360, you've ridden in a 430, you've ridden in the red 458, you've ridden in a blue 488. So now, 2020, this is the F8 Tributo. So this replaces all those. So this is the newest version. So this is pretty cool on the steering wheel. I'll show you. They had this on the 458. So right here, this is actually LEDs that come up as your RPM come closer to the red line. I'll show you on the back road. So you got a lot on your steering wheel. You got turn signals, cancel, paddles, 2 paddles back, neutral. So you got one back is in first gear. Your horn, obviously, you've got windshield wiper controls right here in the speed, windshield washer, answer the phone, voice command, headlights, all your shock settings, so you can look over here, bumpy road, you know, so you can do all kinds of stuff just directly from your steering wheel. Pretty cool. We drove that 720S the other day. I made a remark, I didn't even know this car was coming in, but this stuff is so bare on a 720. You know, it's just like a steering wheel with a horn and 2 paddles. It doesn't have anything.
So how does this like interior, like just the design and like the layout, is that similar to the 488?
It's similar to a 458 and a 488. You know, the 48, let me see, the 458 replaced the 430, and it was like the 430 compared to the 458. So you had a 430 in 2009, and then a 458 came out in 2010, and even though they were 1 year apart, the cars, they were like 10 years apart, it seemed like, as far as like evolution. It was like dramatic. The styling, it was, you know, it was crazy, the advancement they did so quick. And then from the 458 they went to the 488. You know, so 458 was naturally aspirated V8, and then 488 was twin turbo V8. And you know, they felt very similar. Yeah, even this feels very similar, honestly. They've just been more refined and faster. They all handle incredibly well. But so this is a 2020, so this is the first year, this is the debut for this car. So we're going on a decade past the 458 at this point. The 430, I didn't really care for that much, honestly. The 360 or the 430. They did make a 430 Scuderia, which that was a badass car. It was like the race car version, like no carpet, aluminum floor pans, everything was totally carbon fiber. Sheets, you know, the seat shells were carbon fiber. So this is probably gonna feel
More faster.
it's the same engine that's in a 488 Pista, which you've never ridden in,
Oh, yeah.
but it's gonna be faster than a 488. So you just rode in that 720S McLaren.
Yeah.
So
That's very fast.
which one you think looks cooler on the inside? So this or the McLaren?
Both of them kind of look cool because they...
You don't have a favorite? Look at all the cool stuff on the steering wheel here.
Yeah, that's so cool. A bunch of buttons.
Once we go down the road, you're going to see as the RPMs get higher, they're going to go across the steering wheel, and then they're going to turn blue at the end here when it wants you to shift. So this is it's about 710 horsepower,
Wow.
around 500 and close to 570 foot-pounds of torque. So it's roughly the same horsepower as a stock Hellcat. Right there, close to the 720. Obviously, this is not heavy like the Hellcat. It's like 3,200 pounds, so it's close to the McLaren. So it's probably going to feel similar to the McLaren. So we're in race mode, so that's the most aggressive as far as the handling, the car, you know, the transmission, shifting, everything else.
Now, in all Ferraris, does it turn blue once you get closer to red line?
No, it's like honestly, this is the first one that I've noticed is blue. So I don't think the 488 was. The 458 was like, I think it was like, it would start off like green, yellow, and then get red or something as it approached red line. The 488, I can't honestly remember, but this is the first one I've remembered like, or have known to be blue. I'm not really sure why they chose to do that, but it's not like crazy fast from like the launch because you gotta let the turbo spool up. We're not gonna do launch mode as a newer car. So it's only got 47 miles on it.
Wow.
When we're going, I want you to watch the cool lights on the steering wheel.
Okay.
Okay? And then you can just tell me if you think this car is fast or not. You ready? Okay.
Let's go. lights are cool. It turns like a few reds and then 2 blues.
Which one do you think's faster, this or the McLaren?
I think this is more faster.
See, I think the McLaren 0 to 60 time is less than this. I think this is 2.8 is what they say.
And this is
I did launch mode on the 720, and I mean, using launch mode, it is faster, like directly. But I don't. For some reason, this car feels like it has like more power. Like I don't. But that's it. So this is the F8 Tributo. I like it.
yeah, I like it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yep.
Do you know how much PSI the turbos push out?
I've seen this gauge. I think it's 17 or 18. It doesn't hold it; it'll fall off. They're all electronically controlled wastegates. But actually, here, I'll watch the road, and you watch that. You tell me the highest number that you see. All right, you ready? That's pretty high for like a stock car, on pump gas, a stock production car. Especially for a V8 engine. You would see that on maybe a smaller engine or something, but 17 PSI, that's pretty damn good. So this compared to the 360, like how dramatic is that? Doesn't even feel like the same car, does it?
No, it doesn't. This thing has, I don't know, the 360 just felt like rickety. I felt like it was going to fall apart.
It's like feels like a really old car, doesn't it? Yeah.
And this just feels so comfortable.
Yeah.
It's honestly a lot more luxurious than I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily daily drive this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a 360, the 430 was like, the 430 was after the 360. And not really, like, it didn't seem like a whole lot different. I mean, they look different, but as far as like just strictly like technology wise and the overall, the 430 didn't look really to me that much more advanced. It looked like the same kind of classic Ferrari look. They definitely look different, but as far as advancement and stuff like that, it wasn't crazy. The 458 compared to the 430 was just like, to me, like so drastic. Like I said, it looked like the car was, so there's not an incredible, if I had to look at this as far as like just technology wise, the 458 in 2010 compared to this, it's not like drastic. It's not like you're like, holy shit, they look similar, they've just improved upon the same basic platform. A 2009 430 compared to a 2010 458, literally the cars look like they could be 10, 15 years apart in age. This is definitely my favorite version of any of these cars. I like the 480. The 488 Pista is a beautiful car. It feels, as far as like speed-wise, very similar. And they have the same engine, close to the same weight. 7-speed automatic transmission or 7-speed dual clutch. So the basic drivetrain is the same. I'm highly impressed with that car, to say the least. It feels drastically faster than a 488. It's got the Pista drivetrain in it, which I've never driven a 488 Pista, so I don't know what that's like, but I was honestly very, very impressed. On paper, the car is supposed to be, I think, slower than the 720S McLaren. To me, it feels like it pulls harder, so I don't know. We don't have a 720 here to race it against, so what we are going to do is just run it against a stock Trackhawk, just for a comparison, so you can see one versus the other. We're not saying it's fair or anything like that, so anybody that's going to get on there and shit talk in the comments, this is just for the hell of it. No more, no less. So without further ado, and anybody else complaining or bitching, let's go see what it does. Okay, Ferrari F8 Tributo, super impressed. About wraps everything up. I think we said all we need to say about it. So again, thanks for watching. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and see you again next time.